Okay, so now I'm going to convince our listeners why they should follow the money instead of following what their passion is.
Let's hear it.
So many people say you should, I'm going to go through all the arguments that people say why you should not follow the money. And I'm going to tell you why you should follow the money, okay? So, number one, people say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I disagree with that. I think if I am working at doing what I love, that's a job. Let's say I love fishing. I love deep sea fishing. I would much rather fish on my own boat because I did what made me money than taking other people's fish off their hook for 8 hours a day, and then maybe at the end I get to do some fishing. It's like, no, if I enjoy fishing and I love it, I want to do it on my own time. I don't want to turn that into a job, because what I've learned is if I turn what I love into a job, then I don't love it anymore. I dread it, because we're always going to dread what we do for a living. But if we can do a job that makes us a ton of money, and then we're able to take that money and then go do what we love, that's the ultimate freedom in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I love to bake cakes. I like decorating cakes. Anything with baking, right? I enjoy it because I don't do it every day. And a lot of people have said, hey, start a bakery. Why don't you do this? I always say no, because if I did that, I would hate it, right? You eventually, the thing that you love, like you said, becomes something that you hate doing and you resent doing it. So make sure that you're following it for the money and not something that you love. And this is a hot take. It is.
Yeah, like I love doing what I do on my YouTube channel. I like doing podcasting. I like talking about money, talking about business. And guess what? If I didn't have a business that paid us a ton of money where I'm able to just do this and not make money doing it and not even care if I make money doing this, then guess what? I have the freedom to be able to actually help people out without a alternative agenda. I don't have any course to sell you. I don't have anything to really sell. All I have is my thoughts and my feelings, and I'm putting them out there in the world. Yeah. That's freedom. But if you turn this into a job, then you're like, okay, well, I need to find a way to make money, but also make it the way in which I love it. But then it's always like you're kind of selling something.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
it's
I don't
hard.
know.
And people say, money won't make me happy. What do you say to that?
Okay, so if somebody says money won't make me happy, I'm going to say your life is better with money. Your vacations are better. Your health is better. They've shown that people with more net worth actually live longer. They live more healthy lives because they're able to afford exercise. They're able to afford eating healthier. You're able to have better moments with your family because you can afford to not be financially stressed. The number one leader to divorce is financial stress. So if you're stressed and you're getting a divorce, no one has ever said that that's happy, right? It's never good for the family. It's never happy for divorce, right? But they get divorced because of financial stress. So solving your financial stress and not having that in your life makes your life better. When you're able to give to that family member in need who's going through a procedure, a health procedure or something, that's happiness. When you're able to give to a charity that really needs, it's a huge need out there, those charities need money. And money provides opportunity for people to do what they love, to make other people happy. If you don't have money, then how can you be happy?
Right. And just a caveat, money will not fulfill you. We completely agree with that statement. Money won't fulfill you, but it does make you happy.
Would I rather be in a Lamborghini having a rough day, or would I rather be in a beat up old tiny Honda Civic? I would rather be in a Lamborghini. I would rather go home, have a big house, have an in-ground pool, have all that stuff, and be happy and have a miserable day than have a miserable day and have a hole in my wall. So, like, what I'm trying to say is when people say money won't make you happy, usually that person doesn't have any money. Usually they're financially stressed and they're trying to convince themselves that money isn't going to solve their problems.
Yeah.
But if you're financially stressed and you're bickering at each other, it's because of the money. If you made more money and that stress is away, then you're able to work on the real issues in your relationship.
Yeah. And what about, what if you lose all the money you have? What if you try that business, it fails, and you're gone? What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think so many people have said before we started our business, somebody said, hey, you're going to go bankrupt. Okay. Now I make 4 times what she makes. So all I got to say is, if you don't ever play the game, you can't score. If you're continued to be on the sidelines because you're scared that if you go in the game, you might get hurt, then you're never going to score a touchdown. Okay. So if you're scared of losing what you have, Well, you probably don't have that much now anyways, so you might as well go out there, start that business, go after what you want to go after, because then if you are successful, you're not the old guy sitting back and saying, "Oh, if I would have started that business, I would have been rich." It's like, no, you're the old guy who's actually rich because he started.
Right. And we all know these people.
Yeah, so it's like, don't be the guy who's like, "Oh, I wish I would have done this." It's like, no, you have one life. Who cares if you lose everything at 30? You rebuild it back.
Right.
Because you're still going to have this normal life even if you don't go after it. And if you lose it, you're probably going to get back up somehow and try again. And you get back up and try again. And you're going to be closer to success because you lost it all.
Yeah.
And like, people don't understand that. They're so scared of taking one step back. It's like sometimes you have to take 2 steps back just to find 20 steps forward.
What's the statistic? I think typical billionaires have gone bankrupt.
Yeah, the
2
average
or 3
billionaire
times.
has gone bankrupt 2 times.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you want to be a billionaire? Well,
you better get used to it.
Yeah, something's going to go south, and you're going to be worried that you're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
So when you're going after success, it's going to be a bumpy road. And so many people are scared of having one bump, but they don't understand that it takes multiple bumps. And then as long as you're going up, over time, you will continue to find success. And that's what we've learned. We've had great months, we've had bad months. Great months, bad months. But in the aggregate, we're at a way better spot.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart, but we will say it's completely worth it.
Yeah.
And so let us know what you guys think. Did Nate convince you to follow the opportunity instead of the money? I'm curious what your thoughts are.
If you can have money, you can solve a lot of problems in your life. And if you don't have any problems, you can solve a lot of problems that other people have in life.